Welcome back to my episode reviews of the original Rescue Bots cartoon. Today, we're taking a look at the episode In Search of the Griffin's Nest. In this episode, the Rescue Bots search for the cause of a mysterious force that is stealing objects from Griffin Rock, and some of the team suspect that it may be an actual griffin. We begin this episode with Cody and the lad pioneers exploring Mount Griffin, while Cody tells us how Griffin Rock got its name.
A male griffin made its home atop the rocky peak of the largest island, where it turned to stone for a long hibernation. This gave the island its name, Griffin Rock.
A griffin turned to stone? Are you sure it's not a gargoyle? Cody then shoots the griffin with his slingshot.
Just a little trick shot I've been working on. The ricochet.
You woke him up!
The spell is broken, and we live again!
But no, it's not a sleeping gargoyle griffin, but actually an earthquake. The boys then spot a flying car? What is this? Harry Potter? Too bad Doc Green doesn't have his DeLorean anymore. This could have been an awesome homage to Back to the Future.
Then why waste time looking for griffins if they're not real?
Because it would be an adventure.
We get enough adventure, thank you.
I just had a thought. Since this is the aligned continuity, perhaps the griffins were real and they were actually Predacons, mistaken for mythological creatures.
The surviving Predacons held sentinel on this very world for ages to come, guarding the energon reserves they had managed to secure while awaiting my arrival.
Wait, so the Predacons were guarding energon reserves? And I believe we've learned in Prime that energon does not naturally occur on Earth the same way that it did in other continuities. No, instead it was actually placed there by Autobots and Decepticons. And we did learn recently that there was a large energon deposit underneath Griffin Rock. So who knows? Maybe my theory is true, and there actually were griffins in Griffin Rock, guarding the large supply of energon that was there. But they were really Predacons, mistaken for the mythological creatures by the Vikings and other inhabitants at the time. So Cody, Heatwave, Blades, and Boulder go to Wayward Island in search of female griffins.
Says here, many believe female griffins turn invisible while away from their nests. That way nothing can follow them back.
Okay, the idea of a female griffin already sounds interesting, but a female griffin with the ability to turn invisible? Now that sounds pretty awesome. I think I just got an idea for a new OC.
Seriously.
Should've known.
Graham and Boulder tell us what a lodestone is.
What's a lodestone?
A naturally occurring magnet.
Are those griffins?
Those are probably Viking runes. Norse explorers left carvings on a bunch of islands.
I don't remember the Vikings in Newfoundland leaving behind any carvings like this. Just some grass houses. Speaking of magnetic forces, a tremendously strong one begins to pull all sorts of things toward it. From the bots themselves, to their ship's engine, to Edgar's truck. Blades believes he spotted a real live griffin.
It was through there. But I'm pretty sure it wants privacy.
What, is it pooping or something? But it turns out to be some ruins. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. Zonai in Rescue Bots confirmed.
I bet it was built by the same Viking explorers that carved the pillar we found earlier.
Or yeah, it could have been the Vikings. So the bots are about to explore this sacred temple when another magnetic field occurs.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
And much like an Indiana Jones movie, this temple is full of traps. Namely boulders. You know, the big rock kind. We even get this cute little homage to Indiana Jones with Cody and his book. Much like Indy and his hat. So the bots roll for it and outrun the barrage of boulders. You know, this kind of reminds me of the simulated ruins that the recruits were practicing in at the beginning of the Rescue Bots Academy episode, Shall We Dance? I wonder if this was the inspiration for that sim. So the Rescue Bots find the Griffin's nest, but it turns out to just be a sculpture. And the source of the electromagnetic pull is the malfunctioning seismic sensor combined with the natural lodestone, creating a super magnet. So Cody uses his slingshot to break the sensor and save the Rescue Bots. It's kind of cute to see the Rescue Bots being the ones rescued by Cody. Kind of the reverse of what you usually see in this show. And that's pretty much the end of this episode. This was a fun one. I definitely appreciated the Indiana Jones references. And it did give me some things to think about. Namely, what if the Griffins of legend were actually Predacons? Well, what about you? What did you think of this episode of the original Rescue Bots? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you here next time for the next episode of Rescue Bots, Bots and Robbers. So I'll see you back here next week for that.